Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Today's episode of Frankenstein Control is brought to you by Bob Dylan's House of Oatmeal. Come on down to Bob Dylan's House of Oatmeal and get yourself some oats. Bob Dylan says, "Hey, we'll chip it you. If I go to with oatmeal on to get down there, sit up on it, get into the boiler bowl. Hey." And you can quote him on that. Go there now and say and get 15% off on your big old bowl of oatmeal flavored in 3 flavors: apple, cinnamon, and chocolate chip.
Thank you, Bob Dylan.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Bob Dylan. I still think I prefer Arlo Guthrie, though.
Arlo Guthrie. What ain't old Arlo Guthrie don't have fun and this shit fucking you, boy. Welcome to Frankenstein Control.
I feel like I've been assaulted.
You can get salted oatmeal. The oatmeal recipe on the counter. It tells you to put a tablespoon of salt in it.
Make some salty oats.
Why would I want fucking salty oats?
Bob Dylan's outside right now with his guitar that says "This machine kills fascists," and he's beating your car with it. So
my car's not a fascist.
Explain that, Ada.
Welcome to Frankenstein Control. I'm a bowl of salty oatmeal, Taylor Russell. To my right is Ada Ship.
I'm a bowl of porridge. What the fuck even is porridge? I don't know. Me, apparently.
And in front of me, as always, is Gruel Rye.
I'm B. Rye. I'm actually Scrapple because I'm from Maryland and nobody likes me.
I like Scrapple.
You're wrong.
I'm made of the bad parts of the pig.
If I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. I enjoy me a Scrapple.
I had Scrapple once. I'm like, ooh, sausage. Oh no.
I'm glad I didn't have that experience. That probably would have soured me on it too. Yeah. But I was told right up front. They're like, "This is Scrapple and it's made from organ meat." And I said, "Okay, thanks for the heads up." Hey, it's not bad.
That's why you have gout.
You know, I kind of,
Scrapple you ate years ago.
That's a good point. I also like liver pate. So, whoops.
That's an old man's disease. As I say every time your gout is mentioned, Taylor. Oh.
That might be it. Maybe just residual liver pate and Scrapple is just hanging out in my foot.
Yeah.
It likes to get angry every now and again and scream like Bob Dylan. Scream like really bad Bob Dylan.
Yeah. There's a fine line between Bob Dylan, Clambo, and Tom Waits. And you dipped your toe into all of them. There.
Yeah.
You're my gout toe. It had Epsom salts in it, which I put in my oatmeal.
Hey there, Taylor. You gotta lay back on the foie gras.
Did you know that Epsom salt is 70% water?
I did not.
I didn't know that either. I watched Nile Red on YouTube, a better channel than this one.
So since Epsom salt is 70% water, we're 70% water. Does that mean that Epsom salt is 70% us?
Yes.
Can I use Epsom salt as a substitute for blood plasma?
I don't think so.
Epsom salt is made from human souls, Al.
My God. Brother.
Hey, Bureau.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh. Ada.
Look at this cute plush I got.
Oh, he's sort of interesting looking. He's very cute.
So cute. Put a little picture on the screen there. Make it part of the thumbnail so everyone knows what it looks like.
Show me?
Look at the tag.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Why don't you tell us what the tag says, B-Rye?
The tag seems to indicate that this plushie that Ada has thrust, and I do mean to use that word, in my hands. He's a fluffy little dragon, or well, I guess you could call him a pseudo-dragon, I don't know. You'll see the thumbnail if Ada puts it in there. He does have a butthole under his tail. That was an unnecessary detail that was added by the very same people who had to do the horse buttholes in Oblivion. And then had to do the shitting horses for Dan Houser in Red Dead 2. It's from Bad Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
I'm not touching that. Oh! Get it off my iPad!
He's grabbing it. Ada threw a tiny.
They're
penis.
called teeny weenies. They have.
They're penises.
I went to Bad Dragon and I saw that they have a thing you can buy, which is a pack of 5 replicas of their dildos that they sell, and they're like what is this, like 1.5 inches long?
Yeah, I'd say so.
1.5 inches long H.R. Geiger monstrosity.
Yeah. So I have like these 4 little rubbery dicks.
She threw one on my iPad screen, and I had to peel it off with a tissue.
It was the one that looked the most human.
Yeah, which is saying something.
I forget. Well, it was a April Fool's joke. Apparently, they're like, we're just gonna have a human dick that you can buy, and everyone's like, that's funny, but also it's huge and has a piercing on it.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what that is. Like, I had to look at the full-sized one to realize, oh, that's what it is. It's not just this weird engorged frenellum.
Ugh.
So anyway, those are going to be on the table the whole time we're recording.
I will still
Now it just
look
now it just looks like Ansem's big spaceship at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. It had all those turrets that just were dicks. They were just dicks.
See, be right, they're just spaceships.
Sure.
They're rubbery spaceships.
They're turrets that fire darkness beams.
I prefer Taylor's Manji ship.
You had to bring up the Manji.
We've told that story before. Sure.
Oh, yeah, we had to.
Ages and ages ago. Well,
I'm a little troublemaker.
Have we told... Well, this is not a story, but have you heard about soup? Have you heard about the high elves? Have you heard about Soup for My Family?
What?
No,
Is that a TV show?
Frankenstein Control's secondary unofficial sponsor of the episode, we are brought to you tonight by Soup for My Family.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I was not informed of this.
Soup for
Bob
My
Dylan's
Family
gonna be angry.
is a hilarious meme started by none other than one Donald J. Trump, president of the United States currently. He was ranting and raving like he do about Antifa and all the other reprobates who oppose his mighty rule. He shakes his mailed fist at them from the White House balcony every night.
No, he doesn't have a mailed fist. He tried to gut the post office.
That's true. That's true. And he did it while wearing gauntlets.
Yes. The gauntlets were made of bad dragon teeny weenies.
These are cool. These are rubbery. What did you say these are again, Melania?
They're replicas of your equipment.
Oh, 1-to-1. Actually, they're a bit bigger.
Yeah.
No, but he was talking. I forget where he even was. He was at one of his any innumerable interchangeable nameless rallies where he screams the same shit he always does. And he was talking about how he went off on a bizarre tangent about how people. Antifa and or activists and or BLM people, you know, the enemy, the nebulous leftist boogeyman, has now taken to throwing. They're not throwing bricks, folks. They're not. You can't get a lot of force behind a brick. He really said this. He's a brick is heavy. When you throw a brick, you can't get a lot of force behind it. So they're throwing cans of soup. They're throwing canned soup at our officers, and a canned soup can do a lot of damage. He really said this, and then or some amount, you know, some.
How come nobody's calling him Senor Soup?
The TikTok teens certainly are doing all kinds of shit with this.
I'm sure.
And then he's like, and then they leave the dollar store with the bags full of 20 cans of soup, and if you try to arrest them and stop them, they say, "No, this soup is for my family. This soup is for my family." And then they throw the soup at our officers. So there have been myriad photoshops of socialist warriors of all stripes, including like figures from history wielding cans of soup. And there was even like a picture of like burning Kenosha, Wisconsin with the Britney Spears, and it said "Soups, I did it again."
Whoa.
And they've been all kinds of things where it shows people like with an AR-15 that has like one of the underslung grenade launchers like from Scarface.
Oh my god!
Sliding a can of Campbell's tomato into the launcher. There's a lot of fun with that one. Go on the interwebs with that one, kids.
Oh, soup!
Soup for my family. They say this soup is for my family, and that's how they get it. Not don't get arrested.
Today, our community mourns the death of Officer Leroy Jenkins, taken from us by a can of chunky noodle.
He was hit in the face with chicken and stars, and then he was seeing stars.
You see chicken and stars.
He took a can of the chicken noodle classic with the Moana-shaped noodles. Right to the temple.
Oh my God.
Cut down at the age of 34.
Soup. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh God, that's funny. Wow. Oh God.
I finally had to look that up because I just kept seeing like meme after meme of soup being used as weapons or soup being somehow associated with the resistance. And I was like, I gotta look the like Donald Trump soup meme. Told me everything I needed to know about the entire sordid affair.
You know, I met the owner of Campbell Soup. Very nice, good man, Joseph Campbell. He was a good man. But I told him, you make the soup can too heavy. You made it too heavy. We don't like that. That's not good. So.
That's too real, dude. That's way too fucking real. This is the labored breathing. The subtle.
Oh my God. This soup shit broke me, dude.
I can tell.
I'm fucking going nuts. That's so funny.
Sometimes they're taking the soup out of the cans and freezing it and shooting it out of slingshots.
I saw a man at Costco. I saw him leaving the Costco. He had a pallet of ravioli, the big Costco cans. He's going to fire it out of a howitzer. He had one in his backyard. He says, "This howitzer is for my family." I told him, "I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can do that." And he said, "It's a free country." And I said, "You know what? You're damn right. This is the freest country in the world." Whoa, yeah, America! Oh, I gotta calm down from the soup pie. There's too much sodium. The progressive soup. They got Progresso, but that's it. That's the writing's on the wall. Beer, I Progresso, progressive.
The canes of chunky are armor piercing.
I watched a can of beefaroni chunky noodle. It went straight through an officer's chest. We had to plug up the wound with another can. Luckily it was what does Melania call it? Clam chowder. A beautiful country up there in New England. Beautiful. The leaves, they're wonderful. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Beer high. How come you took me down Soup Road?
Because it's funny.
The Soup Road will be the new Silk Road. It'll be the new thing the government's cracking down on, is the Soup Road.
I was listening to a guy who calls himself the French Whisperer on YouTube tell me about the Silk Road.
Oh.
It's an ASMR channel that specializes in talking you to sleep, and it's just this guy who is French, who has a very thick French accent, and he just whispers history lessons to you about various topics until you fall asleep, and it's kind of nice.
Okay.
And I recommend it. It'll knock you out faster than a can of Italian wedding crashing down, fracturing your ballistic helmet in twain, for it was not. Our officers' ballistic helmets are just like the shields from Dune. They can intercept a fast-moving projectile, but a can of soup moves too slow. It's very lethal.
Very, very lethal. The lethal soup. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Ada, tell us about. Tell us. Huge shifted gears. Tell us about Sand Attack.
I recently went on a big nostalgia kick with Pokemon Stadium, And I always had lofty dreams of completing the Hall of Fame in that game, where like you beat all these cups with every single Pokemon. And to do that, I bought like an SP and some authentic yellow and red cartridges, and I've been playing that. And Jen has joined me, and I've been like encouraging her to battle me with the Pokemans. And she kept like one battle. She was just tormenting me with Sand Attack. Like Sand Attack lowers your opponent's accuracy, so now like they can't hit any of their moves.
So it's like a Morrowind dagger strike. You see it connecting, it's just missing every time.
Yeah. And she just kept doing that instead of attacking me. So like nothing is happening for like 5 turns. And I'm just like, stop it! Just kill me! Like, no.
That's exactly the kind of shit Steven would pull. Steven, I'm not sure if I've told this story before on here, but we used to play
Mr. Chickens?
I used to play Splinter Cell Chaos Theory all the time. That was like my game in high school when I wasn't playing Morrowind. And then the co-op version of that, you're 2 Splinter Cell agents, and you got to like assist each other accomplish the mission and everything. And sometimes there's segments where you got to cooperatively traverse the terrain. And one of the things you can do is like do a team assist, like rappel, where one of you like lowers the rope and the other one goes down it. And the person who is doing the lowering, not the person being lowered, but the person who is like doing the lowering controls the motion of the rope. So Steven would very often I would be rappelling down, and I would just be about to I would be hanging out of an air vent, and I'd be going down towards something we were supposed to grab, or that I was supposed to some button I was supposed to hit, or something I was supposed to grab, and have him reel me back in. And he could tell right where the hitbox was for being able to hit the thing, and he'd go and reel me back up. I go, damn it, Steven! And he's like, no, this time for sure. And then he'd lower me down, and right as I'd be like about to grab the thing or press the button, he'd reel me back up again. And he would do that for 5 minutes straight, promising that this time for sure I'm going to do it.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh Jesus! I had cousins who would do that kind of shit, but in real life. I had cousins that like.
Oh, he did it in real life too. But.
Yeah, if I was like reaching across the table for some salt or something, they would wait until my hand was like just at the salt, and they would go and push it like an inch away from my finger. And I'm like, ah!
That's a classic right there.
Oh god. And they had this grappling technique where they would grab your knee in just the right way to where it sends a jolt of electricity through your whole body. You're just like, yeah! And they knew how to do that one too. So if you sat next to them in the car, that was it. It's time.
You would toast.
It's time for knee shock.
You're dead. Oh, something else. Before I completely forget about the bad dragon order.
Oh god.
It came in with stuff with tissue paper to protect the things from moving around too much.
And to wipe your dick on afterwards.
More on that. The tissue paper is orange, and it has little black dicks all over it.
Of course.
And I thought they were bats at first. Like,
They do.
It's Halloween. Oh no.
Yeah, from far away it just looks
Don't put
like
these out around the children's.
it just looks like bat wrapping paper. And I tell Ada showed me, and I was like, Christmas is going to be a fun holiday, isn't it?
It will be.
You're going to be, hey, Ada, why didn't you wrap gifts this year? You got all the bag stuffed with the tissue paper. Why is that?
I always do that.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you take a look at your gift?
You call I don't know.
Yeah, Ada, do me a favor and don't include the teeny weenies in anyone's Christmas gift, please.
Brian's getting one.
Oh, okay.
But I was looking at their website for other stuff, and have I told you guys about my amusement at the McRib?
Yeah, I think
How they're always like, the McRib is back.
yeah.
The McRib was gone, but now it's back finally.
Yeah.
Like I can't read like a product is back without thinking like, oh God, yes, the McRib. I missed you so much.
The return of the prodigal rib.
My ribwich son.
I've had the McRib twice in my life, and both times I was like, I feel like an idiot.
Yeah,
It's all right.
I had it. I'm like, I could have had a chicken sandwich, and I would have been a lot happier.
we had tangent, but we had McDonald's a couple months ago, and eating it, I swear it was like that moment that bit in Pirates of the Caribbean where the pirates are like, ash, or food turned to ash in our mouth. That's what it's like to eat McDonald's. It's just like put it in my mouth like, wow, this is certainly food-based edible matter.
You also need to keep in mind this is the night that we watched Dr. Dolittle, so maybe...
But you were off your feed for other reasons.
Not to mention our delivery guy took 8 hours to deliver the fucking McDonald's, so it was like ice fucking cold and stuck to the tissue paper or the wax paper, whatever it is, the wrapping paper.
You mean that's just not normal for McDonald's?
If you get it just out of the restaurant, it won't do that. But if you let it cool like 3 degrees and then all of a sudden the buns like stick, this medically adhese to the fucking wrapping paper, and then you open it and it just looks like the world's shittiest flower blossom. But anyway,
yes, the reason I brought up the McRib is because looking at the Bad Dragon products.
Is there a product called McRib?
No, there is a
McRibbed for her pleasure.
A special lube.
Oh no,
McRib flavored?
No, it's a lube that looks like cum, and they just call it cum lube.
Ew.
Here's an advertisement that's like, cum lube is back. Like, finally! Oh. It's what we've all been waiting for. I missed it so.
Finally.
Thank you, Ada, for making me aware of corners of the internet and things that you find there that I would rather not know existed.
See, they use it with the ones that are hollowed out, so it's got like a squirty tube in it.
No.
Do they have one that you could fill with a whipped cream canister, and so like you touch the head and it goes... you can decorate your ice cream or nipples or both. It's like those chefs that make the cakes and they got like the big bag with the corner cut on it full of icing.
Yeah.
And instead it's just a big ass... Can you imagine Gordon Ramsay decorating a cake with a big ass dildo? It was like delicious.
An alien dildo at that.
That is pure horror. That's John Carpenter's Gordon Ramsay.
And I will be decorating this cake with my Andalite penis dildo right here. Oh, delicious, perfectly seasoned cake.
Perfectly seasoned cake. That reminds me of how you call pancakes. How you call syrup pancake sauce?
Yeah.
I mean, it technically is.
It's pancake sauce. It's normal.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
I just don't like that you're right.
it sends a different message.
Oh my god. What a fucking... Gordon Ramsay.
Now I want some fucking pancakes. God damn.
Hello, Akechi. How are you? That's a Persona 5 joke. Hilarious.
Gordon
Pancakes,
makes...
memes.
Gordon Ramsay makes a McRib.
That alone is just funny. I'm going to show you how to make the most delectable McRib sandwich.
Just like McDonald's makes it.
And it has the fucking like orchestra. I imagine him with the same the same horned enthusiasm that he has in his Christmas log video. Or what's it called?
Where he like is absolutely down to fuck this like beef.
What was it?
Beef
Wellington. Beef Wellington.
He is turned on by this beef Wellington. He doesn't need the cum lube.
No, he doesn't. The mushroom sauce fucking does it for him.
So
put on the mustard. Oh,
gross. Oh. To shift gears from the sexual and just
hold on, one last. Gordon Ramsay ends the video by going, oh.
of course he does. Jamie Oliver, who is another cooking boy, he has a few videos. Lissa was watching a few of them, and
I know of the James Oliver.
We were trying to come up with ideas for recipes to make for dinner.
You know, he's John Oliver's cousin.
Yeah, that'd be funny if he was. No, he's absolutely not. No, but he was doing like a minestrone soup, and I can't help but like Mystery Science Theater everything I watch because you two have ingrained that.
Yeah. Oh, welcome to the sickness, B-Right.
Oh yeah,
the horrifying sickness that we both have that ruins everything important that our friends want to show us.
I am down with that sickness.
And they're like, I love this movie. It means so much to me emotionally, and then 5 minutes in, we're making dumbass quips.
Yep.
Because it's a sickness. It's a disease.
It's a disease. It's a sickness in Uganda, nonetheless.
It is in Uganda and other places as well.
But she was watching a minestrone soup recipe. That we actually made the soup. I don't think we did a good job, but it was still like we did a fucked up job, and it still turned out halfway decent. So
Damn.
we just need some more practice.
That's
there,
the best kind of recipe, where even if
Yeah.
you fuck up, it's good.
But he's like showing you all these ingredients. And he's like, now he's going to chop. He's in the manner that they do. He's theatrically preparing all the ingredients,
Right,
and showing
right.
you every step. And there's like close-up shots of all the stuff. And he's like,
B-roll.
he's like, now we're going to chop up this kale right here. This kale, wonderful kale, beautiful kale. We're going to chop this up right here. And and I hate kale, and I don't want it in my soup.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, he gathers up all the kale and brings it over to the pot. He's like, and we take all this kale, and I'm like, in the garbage.
I will throw it in the garbage.
Throws the giant thing of kale that he just chopped into the trash and
Throw it in the garbage.
And then he was he added pasta to the minestrone soup. And,
As you do.
He
Ain't minestrone without the pastas.
he put a bunch of. He's like, so what I do is I put all my pasta bits on this tea towel right here, and he threw them in a tea towel. He's like, you wrap them up in the tea towel, and then you bash it. Like,
Whoa.
to break the pasta up into like little bits.
When it's still dry?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it's still dry.
When it's wet, it's like, that's going to make a mess.
That's the important caveat there. No, the pasta was dry, and before you put it in the pot, he puts it on the tea towel or dish rag or whatever, and whacks it on the table to mash it up, break the pieces up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And he goes, and we opened this up, and I went all over the floor because it just seemed to me that bits of pasta.
Yeah.
If I was making it, it's gonna scatter all over the fucking place. Pumpkin's gonna bat it under the stove where it will remain for the next 20 years.
It's pasta.
Yeah.
It's dry pasta. It's basically a rock.
Yeah.
So at least there's that. No,
Yeah.
no creature can eat it.
Yeah.
So at least you'd be safe from vermine. Unless it's a mouse who wants to like chew on it to wear down their teeth to avoid it growing into their brain.
Some gross cricket got on the other day, and Pumpkin killed it.
Proud of it. I'm proud of the cricket for dying.
I'm proud of your cricket, B-Rye.
It's Jiminy Cricket. You killed your conscience, B-Rye.
Oh, that happened ages ago.
B-Rye, did you fuck up your minestrone so bad it became a misteroni?
Sure.
Today's episode of Frankenstein Control is brought to you by Misteroni.
And you know what I did with it after we made that minestrone soup?
What'd you do?
I froze it into a brick.
Uh-huh.
And then I said, this soup is for my family. And I hurled it through the window of the police precinct. And it melted before I didn't even need to wear gloves, because by the time it melted and my fingerprints were erased.
Hold on. Chief, we got a fingerprint on this pepperoni. I don't know what goes in minestrone besides pasta.
It's like tomatoes. It's a vegetable soup. Although, as the difference with Jamie Oliver's that made it good is that he added bacon.
Ooh. Put bacon in anything, it'll be better.
Pretty
And-
much. I put bacon in my birthday cake. It tasted really good.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. It was a lie.
I still believe that you might, though.
I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, it's coming up.
The world's a magical place.
And to get
a
these
bacon
distracting dicks off the table. I can't
No.
get them.
What are you just like so? Is it because they're so alluring? No, you can't stop looking at them.
The one thing I absolutely order you never to do is do not incorporate them with Filmo in any way.
Yeah! Woo! Put a picture of that on the screen. Let's get demonetized. Yeah!
That's horrifying.
Eyes wide.
The new movie, Eyes Wide Dilmo. Yeah, take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh, no! It's like a dick pic. Oh, everybody, thank you for joining us for another Manic Maniac episode of Frankenstein Control. Ada, hand me that dildo. I got plans.
The Dilmo or the dildo?
The dildo.
Here, I'll just give you both.
I say yes.
It's Filmo.
Not anymore.
He's Dildobo. And off I go with Dildobo. Woohoo!
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.